Hmm. Okay, I guess we're giving me some messages. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Adventurous Guide to the Galaxy, YouTube and Odyssey. So now we are here. It's a little bit dark out here. I'm sitting on my porch, but let me try to open up this little thingy here and get a little bit of light on me. There we go. I guess it's a little bit better. Yeah. So now we're out here on the porch. We're just here to talk about a couple things. Try to make this a little bit of a quick video. So uh, as we all know, Happy New Year. It's 2024. So, as soon as the new year starts, a bunch of crazy stuff's going on. You already know, as you can see in the thumbnail and the title, what's going on with these Miami aliens, this Katt Williams interview, all these other interviews going on. You know, they got the election, you got these tunnels up in New York. Oh, what's going on is Daryl Guberman. Everybody say hello to Daryl Guberman in the chat. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. So yeah, we're talking about all types of stuff going on. So first, I want to go over this because I'm down here in Orlando. We get this Miami aliens thing. Sorry if I'm blinking. There's like I got this little incense thing burning here, and there's mosquitoes out here. This Miami aliens deal. So there was apparently something happened down in Miami where there's this mall, and like a lot of people go there. You see a lot of videos, Snapchat, YouTube, internet. If you ever been down in Miami, it's a mall. And apparently, something January 1st, like New Year's Day, like the night of, a bunch of really crazy stuff happened. A lot of people called police. Some say it was a bunch of kids were fighting. Other people say it was aliens. Some people say it was this, that. So I looked into it and I called some people that were down there. Obviously, I haven't called that many people, but a lot of people have said it was aliens, right? Um, I have looked at all the footage that I could find. I looked at a bunch of different stuff. I haven't seen any footage, and that's kind of like the weird thing that's going on. Is like, of all the types of stuff, people have their cell phones out all the time. It's a very popular place in Miami Beach. There would normally be people with their phones out already doing something, but like I said, there are no videos. Remember, there's no like. I haven't really seen. I've seen like cell phone videos from a couple high rises, a couple helicopter footage, a few people on Instagram just filming people running away and stuff. It's a little strange, but one thing you can say is that like there's the lack of footage is very, it's very it stands out there. You know what I mean? Because like with any other situation, there's all kinds of footage, even if there's crazy stuff going on, no matter what it is. So like I said, there's a lack of footage. Like the stores would have cameras, there would be body cams for the police, and the number one thing that most people are concerned about is you would have to have had like at least 100 plus cars show up to it. Now I've seen shootings, I've seen like actual really crazy stuff go down. 100 squad cars don't show up. Maybe like 10 or 15 or 20 or 30, but 100 plus, more than 100. It was looking pretty crazy, man. Like all the videos I've seen, that's the video that we could verify was that every cop car in Miami showed up to this. Now the guy was in a high rise, super tall building. He could see down the way, and you could just see cop cars as far as the eye could see down the street that it's on, right there on the beach. Really, really far. A lot of police. Um, I haven't seen. I've looked at a bunch of different videos from a bunch of different people's opinions. One thing that I can say is every person in the comments absolutely agrees that they've never. Anybody who's down there, a lot of people who were down there commented. You can go in the comments of these videos and check that out. Everybody said that they've never seen this many police respond to anything, and they've seen some pretty wild stuff. And it's Miami, so you obviously know they respond to some of the most wildest stuff. I.e. the new video game called Grand Theft Auto. It's about doing crazy stuff and driving cars, stealing cars, doing gangster missions or like starting businesses and having empires and stuff. It's going to be in Miami, and the trailer is pretty crazy. And then, on top of that, people say there's aliens. There's the videos are a little blurry and stuff. Like normally they'd be really good, but like they've all been like auto blurred on the internet, which is another thing that's kind of weird. I called a friend of mine who is another military friend of mine. He works in South Florida. He does security in like a lot of really like very fancy areas. And I called him and talked to him, and he said a lot of his friends who are police and stuff, they were, they all were down there. Like a lot of South Florida, a whole bunch of them. Even maybe I'm not even sure, but maybe some from another departments maybe even went over there. And like I said, that helicopters, a lot of people lost power. Um, there was like a lot of like again, look for some of the videos that people who are from Miami. They're saying that flights were canceled in that whole area. They're diverted to other areas. Military aircraft were going around. A lot of people were confirming, trying to confirm these facts. They have like, the airline trackers and stuff. So that was pretty crazy. It's still going on. And then when by the time the videos went viral, like around the internet, like around now, like for the past couple of days, it's been going crazy. A really big storm came through here, and I have a picture of it. Um, I should have put it on the thing. Should have put it on the thumbnail. It came through and just annihilated everything. And then I was supposed to do this live stream yesterday, and my internet was out as soon as I posted as soon as I posted something about the alien thing. All the internet in all of Central Florida went out. Now, it didn't go out until after people had been using it all day. It was like 7 p.m. Like sun had already just went down. I was hanging out with my friend. We had just got off work. We installed a nice chairlift at his mom's house, and then came home. We hung out a little bit. Was on the internet for about an hour, and then boom, everything cuts out right as I post the alien thing, and then I had to change the live stream to today. So that's a little weird. Like I said, all those weird things coalesced around that, and there's still a bunch of other things. Like I said, a lot of other people are talking about it. So that was that. So then, second, and then at the same time that was going on, you have this Katt Williams. He's an American comedian. He's a black guy. He has long straight hair. Usually he has like a long. I think he has long hair right now in a giant like Rastafarian type deal where it's like a beanie going on. And he just did an interview with this gentleman. His name is Shannon Sharp. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of Shannon Sharp's. He normally does like commentary, sports commentary. And I found it very weird because this was happening the same time that the alien thing was going on. It was two things going on at the same time, and it was interesting to see them both be able to power through and last for the for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting to see this. I'm also filming this on a new phone, so I mean, even though it's dark, let me know how it looks. Thanks. Um, so, one of the things that I found interesting about this Shannon Sharp, night sports commentator, does unfortunately they would bring politics into sports, which is the reason why a lot of people stop watching it, and the agenda, the messages, things like that. You know, um, they had a lot of different things go on. I'm not really a fan of this guy, but again, whenever something happens, I got to be honest. This guy Shannon Sharp, he has got a new. He left the sports media world, I guess, and now he has his own YouTube channel called Club Shay Shay. I guess that's what it's called. Um, and Katt Williams, American comedian, um, lots of Netflix specials, very famous individual. He goes on the show and he does an interview. Now, in this interview, it's about 2 hours and 46 minutes. They talk about all kinds of stuff. I've watched it about 3 times now, and every time I watch it, I always glean new things from it. Right? Interesting to see. Interesting to see everyone's, their opinion of this interview. Because, like I said, it's a 2.5. It's 2 hours and 40 minute interview. It's a very good interview. They talk about all kinds of stuff, but the main thing is, it was like Hollywood, right? They talk about Hollywood and how all these different things are going on. Again, Katt Williams, he's giving his side of the story because he was apparently upset that a bunch of other comedians came on the show before him at Club Shay Shay. It's like 100 episodes now. It hasn't been around very long. And they talked about all kinds of stuff, right? They talked about Katt Williams. They spoke negatively about him. So he went on this show at the beginning of the year. I mean, maybe I don't know, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly when it was filmed, but it was released the beginning of this year, and it went viral immediately. Now it's got. I think the timing of this, I looked at it earlier today. It's been 7 days, just hit 7 days as a week, and it's at 41 million views. Now that's a lot to have these subjects that they're talking about in like a not necessarily only black people, but in America for people who may view this around the world, right? It's around the world, you know, wherever you're from, in America, like it's very difficult to get millions of views that fast and have it to keep climbing or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have it linked in the description of this video, so you can check out the video for yourself. Like I said, I'll maybe put some of the more interesting clips in there. But one of the main thing was Katt Williams. He was very upset that a lot of comedians talk negatively about him. So he came on to the Club Shay Shay, again the NFL star, Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp, who now left the sports commentating world and has his own show. They talked about Hollywood and they talked about all these different things, and they talked about I guess essentially Illuminati, like Epstein Island, sports, all these different types of things in this interview, and he rebuffed some of the people who some of the other comedians that were talking negatively about him before in some of the prior episodes. And in this interview, I watched the whole interview. It was a really hilarious interview. Lots of different things they went over, a lot of personal stuff, a lot of back and forth, a lot of crazy assertions, accusations, stories. I don't even think most of her accusations are really true stories because other people had talked about them, but I guess he had a different version of these stories. And a lot of people uh, they have a very the reactions are all over the place. Like I said, first it was a lot of black people in the black sectors of YouTube online. A couple different other people, but not but primarily black people in the United States of America, whatever you like to call it. And then it started to filter out to all these other different places, right? So this is what was very funny. The things that he talked about, the reason why it's got again a week, 41 million views in a week. Maybe some other things get that, but not really. He talked about again how people in Hollywood are chosen, the system, the thing behind the thing. He named names of a lot of people, and a lot of people found it very interesting. I found it very interesting. Like, again, he talked about Harvey Weinstein. He talked about all the different types of weird stuff that happened to him, but he obviously, rebuffed all these people's choices, and maybe once or twice he went along with them. I'm not really sure on exactly what it was because, like I said, there's so many things in the interview you'd have to, I'm thinking about it now. I have to go back. Like I said, they tried to make him, wear things he was uncomfortable with wearing. Harvey Weinstein tried to make like a very, an SA an adult pass at him like in a sexual manner in front of everybody at the studio. Other actors that were friends of his, they tried to, they had to, the studio executives tried to convince him to wear stuff that he was uncomfortable with wearing, doing scripts he was uncomfortable with doing. I think you all know what I'm talking about. Um, Stuff like dressing men dressing like women, women dressing like men, and doing just all kinds of stuff that if that's what you're into, that's cool. But like he was uncomfortable with doing it. And it wasn't necessarily like they were trying to have any artistic or any like actually funny stuff that like I guess like in some ways you know they're trying to do it for like a ritualistic purpose, and he just was very uncomfortable with it because another actor had came on that he had spoke with and said right after he did that he felt as though he was under some sort of spell and something and a lot of bad things happened to him. Now it isn't that happens, whenever that happens bad things happen to you, but for some people bad things happen to them after that did that, and that's what Cat Williams spoke about. He's like, I didn't feel comfortable with that, and he was telling Shannon Sharp and in the interview, and Shannon Sharp was really uncomfortable because I guess he wasn't really sure what exactly they're going to be talking about, and his reactions were all over the place because in the interview, um, sometimes they might smoke cigars, but they have like some very expensive and nice cognac on the table and they're drinking it. And Cat Williams, he took like a couple sips, but Shannon Sharp took a few, and his reactions to what Cat Williams was saying about the industry and how wild it gets. That was some of the the funniest part of the interview because, like I said, as even though I'm not a fan of Shannon Sharp himself because of his political opinions or whatever, I'm not like left or right because all that stuff is silly and stupid and very small brained. Like I said, you have to look at the bigger picture and understand that that's like a very tiny thing to throw at you. He has very nice show. His very well lit set. The camera work is nice. It's very well set up. It's very well lit. The sound is good. Everything's crispy. Everything looks nice. The editing back and forth is very nice. And again, he has on people that other shows might not have on. Again, Kent Williams complained. He said, "Hey, Joe Rogan, he doesn't want to have certain types of people on, other comedians that are funnier than him, or I don't know what exactly what it was. I remember he talked about Joe Rogan. He said that he doesn't have certain comedians on. Certain people don't feel comfortable going on other shows." Because like again, Joe Rogan's just one guy. He can't have everybody in the world on a show. Maybe he doesn't know or like some people, whatever. And like I said, everybody knows Shannon Sharp. Like in a lot of communities, he's an NFL legend. He was on shows. He argued with people. For a living all day. So I mean, a lot of people know him. So like I said, I never even knew that he had a show. I've heard of it, but until this Cat Williams interview, I'd never actually watched the show, and I never even seen the YouTube channel. So I checked it out, and I'm assuming it was very small. But after this interview, it's like exploded, skyrocketed. His Instagrams went up 500,000. His YouTubes went up hundreds of thousands. It was, it had millions of views. Like I said, his other videos, I checked them out. A lot of the other interviews had 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, 4 million over like a month, right? A million in a month is fantastic. Hey, I got a million plus on my channel, all with all my videos. Fantastic. I'm actually very happy about that, right? Good for them. But, But again, Shannon Sharp, NFL guy, talking to Katt Williams. Katt Williams coming on, mad because apparently he did an interview with some other people and they held on to it, which is very annoying. I've had that happen to me. I've had that happen to my dad. Happened to happen to him, and people that I know had it happen. Like you'll do this huge project for people and then they don't release it. You know what I'm saying? Whoever saw these mosquitoes were all in my face. But like I said, so he was mad that they didn't release it. So he comes on Shannon Sharp. He's like, I know you'll release it right now because you know what's up. He's like, yeah, sure. So he releases the interview. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about all these different types of things, right? They talk about, they talk, he comes in and he explains his side of the story on all these different issues that he had with all these different scripts and movies. He explains. A lot of people said he was crazy. Oh yeah, here's another thing. He was arrested 19 times in 1 year, was never convicted or charged with anything, but because I guess he denied somebody, what they wanted from him within one of the studios, right? Then, they kept arresting him. They're like, oh, you have a gun, or, you're crazy, you're on drugs or something. But I guess, he's like, I have lots of kids. I'm a father. I raise all my stuff, which is true. Like I said, he's kids. He really does do a lot of things. Like I said, I don't know him personally. I don't know him that well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Katt Williams other than like what you see on television and movies and stuff. But like I said, over the years, I've known him for an extremely long time. All the different things he puts out, and like I said, you've always heard negative things about him. And he went at I guess Kevin Hart, he went at Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey. Um, Sorry, truck going by. He went at a lot of these other comedians because I guess they had something negative to say about him, and they had beef with him for a while. And it was very funny. Like I said, it's a very entertaining interview. It's very funny. A lot was going on there. And again, I thought that was very funny that this Katt Williams interview, and he's talking about Epstein Island. He's talking about all these different types of things was going on the same time that this Miami alien thing was going on. And I made this thumbnail because I thought it was pretty funny. Miami aliens. This is going on. Um, oh, also, like I said, with the whole Miami situation, whatever it actually was, like I said, I have a friend down there working security. He's been military, done all this other stuff, talked to all his friends, like, yeah, we're going. And he's like, yeah, what the heck? And then he didn't really think about it because I guess he hadn't been on social media all day. He doesn't really use it the same as I do. Like I said, he called down to one of his buddies, it's the cops that was going in Miami. He's like, yeah, we're going to something's going on. He's like, what the hell? And I called him the next day. I'm like, yo, did you hear about these aliens? He's like, what the alien? What? He's like, did you hear any of your friends going down to going down to the thing. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, that was going on at the same time the Katt Williams thing was going on. So like I said, I thought it was interesting that both of those things are going on at the same time. You know what I mean? And they're both of those things are pushing through and getting millions of views, and it's just skyrocketing. It's not stopping, like I said. But I was gonna say that at the same time that that was going on in Miami, right? Just before, just before in Switzerland, I was watching Israeli News Live, Stephen Banoon, nice guy. I met him. He's actually a really nice gentleman. Met him here in Orlando, like 2017 or 2018. He posted a video of a couple different things, right? And then there's over at CERN. If you know what CERN is, it's the giant particle collider that's over in Switzerland, Italy border, right? I have to look on a map and see exactly where it is. Apparently, in this video, I'll link it below. There's a portal that opened up over CERN over there, and a bunch of people caught it on their phone. And the video looks pretty good. Like I said, try to make sure that you can sit down and load the video up with the best quality you can. This one actually looks good, unlike the Miami alien thing, which there's a blackout and you don't see anything. And then we lost power in Florida all around because of this major storm that came right after that. It wasn't right after; it was right when the video started hitting and going hard. Then something came and zapped everything, but there's been lightning storms like way worse than that. Nothing bad ever happened like that, which is really weird. And there's like a couple of tornadoes, so maybe that, maybe the tornadoes ripped some stuff up, but I didn't see any of the tornado spots I drove around. But again, that two of those things were going on at the same time that the Switzerland portal thing right after that happened. Okay, so it's like the portal, the aliens, the Katt Williams interview, they're all exploding at the same time, and I just thought it was interesting. And like I said, that's what I wanted to come on and tell y'all. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. Like I said, I got a new phone. I still got the old and the new phone at the same time. I've just you know, High Desert Pioneer. I know you guys enjoyed that video. High Tech Homestead. Been out getting some training. Been doing paintball. Just getting the buddies out there for a birthday, for his birthday and everything, and do some paintball, some training, and then went to this coin show. Hope you all enjoyed that. High Desert Pioneer, and I know you, Valorous, I know, and Texas Surplus. Yeah, I know you enjoyed the silver and gold show as well. I know a lot of people enjoyed that, and I got a couple more videos of that are going to go up probably tonight with this one. But I just want to let you guys know that 2024 began. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Sorry the stream got delayed. A bunch of weird stuff happened. It's been raining and it's cold at the same time. It just rained. I had to go cover my other truck because I don't want it to get wet, and it's like all getting annihilated. But there's nothing I can do about it. So hey, just wanted to pop in and say hi to everybody. Hope y'all having a great time. Yeah, and I hope y'all having a great 2024. Be safe. There's a lot going on. I got more videos coming up. Just a little bit difficult. I got an interview coming up. You guys are really gonna enjoy that. One of the people that I really looking up to in this content creator and just life in general because he's a fantastic person. So have him on the channel. It'll be a big surprise. And when you guys see it, you're really gonna enjoy it. Something that everybody's been waiting for. You thought the Epstein Island list was great. You're going to enjoy this because this is going to be fantastic, right up your alley. So, everybody, have a nice day. Be safe. And I got a lot of stuff going on, and I feel a little busy, but I will see you later. And look at this. Yeah. Y'all have a good night. Be safe, and I will see you again soon. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of all the stuff that's going on. And let me know your thoughts.